Hi guys, hope you're doing well. This is the COT data video for the week beginning the 21st of April 2025. So when you come to Discord, you get the link to the Excel file and then it will come to your downloads. But what you need to do is right click it, properties, and then unblock. Because it's got macros in the document which pulls the data off the internet, and by default the Excel blocks that. So that's a little bit annoying. Um, just before we open up the COT file, just note that the EJ was the largest mover for a possible sell, okay? And we flipped across to 50%. So it's a static sell in so much it's above 50%, so the net long. And we've had a big decrease on the QDB score change, okay? So you could look for EJ sells, okay? Let's have a look at the COT data. So right click, properties. We've unblocked it, that's great, and then we just double click it. And then there's just one last thing we need to do. And this bit, enable the content. The macros have been disabled, but we've unblocked it and now enabled, okay? So come left, chart page. And this is the first time I've seen this, so we can go through it together. And how are we looking? Euro did tick up higher, so that's fine. The dollar came down. Move chart. Net non-coms. This is the banks and institutions, so this is like what the big fish are doing. So we have seen quite an increase. I thought this was going to happen. If you watched last week's video, I was saying that this would tick high, and it did, so that's good. Quite a big increase actually, 51,000 to 69,000. So you know it's definitely had a surge. Are we going to break below zero on the USD? If we do, and then we continue, that's going to be massive. Okay, so be careful with dollar longs if we go negative and we continue this slide, right? So nothing worse being caught offside on a trade, and it could actually have some momentum to the downside. I know that the Treasury Secretary wanted the US yields down. By default, it should weaken the dollar. So we may see this break the zero. If we do, it's going to be pretty huge, and it may allow for a big risk on pump as well. So bear that in mind, okay? This looks like it's been engineered for a little bit of a sell-off. Will it hold the support? That's the question. So the minus 3,000 was the low there, okay? So that's really interesting. What's the yen done? The yen's continuing higher. 121, 171,000. So the banks, they're very bullish on the yen right now. How are we looking on that? We know that EJ should be a sell, so that does correspond to that. We're seeing some yen strength. However, we come back to the COT. We have seen the euro tick higher and the yen. So of the yen pairs, EJ might not be good, but UJ might be good. That could be good for a sell, okay? And also just quickly look at the bubbles as well while we're here. Yeah, daily bubbles. So the yen is down here. So we are in the buy section with gold and the euro and the Swiss and the pound. All right, so this is the bull bear divide. Anything down here is a buy, anything up here is a sell. All right, and be careful with the Swiss because the retail herd, they've held short Swiss for weeks and weeks, and you may be watching the dollar Swiss price, and it's, you know, we've seen a lot of Swiss strength, and this helps explain it because it has to go to punish the herd. Okay, if they're going to hold and hodl on a particular currency, they're going to get punished, and they have to get out. They need to be liquidated. Okay, so be careful, Swiss, and CAD's also at the other extreme. They're long on CAD. If they buy it next week, it's going to come over here, and it's going to make it a stronger sell. If they sell Swiss, it's going to come over here and make it a stronger buy. So we could have CAD Swiss set up for a sell. Okay, come back to the COT data. So the yen is strong, but I probably wouldn't trade EJ. Maybe, you know, it might, as long as you got the setup on the technical chart, it's okay. But UJ would be a better COT data trade setup. Okay. So let's have a look at AJ and AU. We went higher. Okay, so we may get the crossover on AU, on Australian dollar, US dollar. It looks like we might start converging. See, the two lines are coming together. 77,000, 58,000. So we have still got some way to go before the zero, but we may get the crossover for Aussie USD buy. Okay. Aussie off, pound on. As it can hold the support, it's still holding these supports. So, you know, we are okay still. If we do break these, then it'll probably be a little bit bearish, I think. Only 1800 positive. We've come up off quite strongly, 142,000, and we're just basically just above zero. We're going to probably get the crossover here, and where GU would be a sell, pending that the pound falls below the USD. So that's going to be a cable sell setup. Whether or not we're going to have like a knee-jerk reaction like we did. So we may have a setup on GU and then a setup for GU buy, pending it does this, which is what it did here. So we may be having quite a lot of fluctuations on the pound. So we are trading the pound USD on our bot. So we may be seeing lots of volatility because of the COT data. And it looks like we may be wise to have that profit log on our bot. So in case we zigzag, it just gets us out, and it's like an insurance policy. So I think that's what's going to happen. We'll have a GU sell set up, and then we'll have like a bounce off the support, and there'll be a GU buy. So this week coming will be quite tricky for that particular currency pair, I think. Okay, so down then up, I reckon. Pound off, CAD has been struggling, but we are coming off that low, so that's good. And this is likely trade war related as well, and the fears have eased. We've come off a long way, very, very heavy, nearly 200,000 contracts minus to minus 83. Still got a long way to go, but it's looking okay now. It looks like it's really trying, and this is likely, very likely to do with the trade negotiation and all that macro. Okay, so CAD off, gold on. Gold has just stabilized at 200,000. And we are strong, don't forget. We are definitely well above the zero line. And that is it. There's not much to say there. We are strong. We're probably going to potentially go sideways a little bit for the next leg. And it's going to be really painful for the bears. All right. And we know that gold is a buy if we look at the bubbles. Right, there's gold there, the 40% long. So so they're net short. If we're above 50%, it's a sell. If we're below 50%, it's a buy. Okay, let's come back to the COT data. So retail sentiment's good for longs for gold, and it's probably liquidated so many traders as well. Millions and millions of dollars just been liquidated from retail traders. We won't look at the peso because no one trades it, and we'll look at the New Zealand dollar, and we are just ticked high. I think we're going to come back in that chart. Nothing really to be said there, and I guess the Swiss franc will be similar, and then we'll just wrap up the video, and we are just sideways. So I've got to do some reporting on the bots. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 test machines. I'll then just look at the profit loss, and then I'll do a statement on that profit and loss that will go into Discord and Telegram as well. So trade safely, and remember the GU, it could fluctuate. I think it's going to come down for a short, so it could do this potentially. We'll come up to get the SLC. It's possible we're going to do this, which is 94 pips away, and then we'll do this. So it just wants to grab SLCs. Okay, so grab a copy of the indicators, and the link for the indicators are in this video. So I think this is going to be likely set up, and we will be wise to just ensure we've out a profit, because we're going to probably do some horrible chop, and we may even go sideways as well until we've taken out this liquidity. So trade safely, and I'll speak to you guys soon. Morning guys, so I'm not sure if you are aware, but we have a ability for you to join for free at QuasiDB, and you can unlock Discord in its entirety and all those channels and the bank forecasts and our community trade setups, the robots, and you can also have me as well for support if you need, and also the spreadsheet as well. And the spreadsheet is enormous and it's really, really powerful. And it's even got a thing where it's got predictive sentiment in the spreadsheet now. So it can predict the future, pending that the crowd hold, of course. They may not hold. If they flip-flop, it's not ideal. But if they hold, then we can predict what they're going to do, which is really cool because we have a thing called the future bubbles. So if you were interested in unlocking all of that stuff, you create an account at IC Markets, and what you'll need to do is just simply click the link. It's campaign for 55485, and you'll come here, and it'll store a little cookie on your computer to say that you've used that URL, and then you just simply say, you fill in the information and you say, I'd like to join. Hi, I would like to join campaign. If I can spell it, 55485, and can you merge my live account with this campaign ID, if I can spell it. And then that's it. Then you'll fill in the information. Obviously it did ask for the name, but that's obvious, you will fill that in, and then you'll speak to the AI bot, and then you'll type that in, and then that will get the ball rolling. And so let me know once you've done this, once you've funded your account, and then I'll send you the sheet and give you Discord unlock. But I will need to see activity on that account. You can't just have live funds in there and not use it. Okay, so just a quick plug there for IC Markets, and it is without a doubt the best broker I've ever used. And you can see that is absolutely insane as well. 200,000 happy active clients, and the support is fantastic. I've never had any issues whatsoever with their support. The sign up is easy, and the withdrawals are easy as well, because it has PayPal and various schemes as well, credit card, debit card, Skrill, Apple Pay, and that's it. So it's an option, and all you're going to just simply do is just tell them that you want to join the campaign ID 55485, and whether or not you can merge my live account or your live account with this campaign ID. And then they'll say, yep, I'll put you through to a human, and then you may have to repeat that. And then they'll say, oh, can you email this address? And then you'll email that address, and then they'll have a record of your account officially wanting to merge with this campaign 55485. Okay, just a quick one there if you were interested in unlocking all the stuff that we provide for free. Okay.